Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearthstone 4 as we are playing as the German Empire. Alright, so let's just go ahead and jump into today's episode by making the Bismarck battleship Pride of the Fleet. So this is going to cost 100 of our political power, and well, it says we're getting these bonuses here. I mean, we're already getting that because we already have a Pride of the Fleet. We're just basically changing up which ship is the Pride of the Fleet, but it will affect the ship in these ways. Getting the extra experience gain and a much lower chance to receive critical hits. And of course, if it gets sunk, then you lose all that war support, which is another reason why you don't have it for a heavy cruiser, because heavy cruisers are kind of easy to sink. So yeah, we're going to change it up to Bismarck, even though that's not technically our most recent ship, I don't think. Actually, you know what? It might be. I was thinking we had another one that was a training, but that's not the case. I think it's not done yet. I believe it's this ship here. That would be done on March 6th of next year. So yeah, we'll do that one since it's actually constructed and it's currently the most recent ship. So in regards to Austria-Hungary, there wasn't a ton of comments regarding what we should do, but it did seem like there is about almost equal support for each of the options, with maybe slightly more support for just annexing the territory, because, you know, basically if we had Austria-Hungary, they wouldn't really help much. I think a lot of people are correct on that assessment, those of you who stated that. You know, they're right in the center. There's not really any aggressive borders for them. I mean, I guess you got this little tiny border here with Poland, but they're already surrounded by friendlies. You know, you got us up here, Romania, which is a subject over here, and then you got the Italians all up on the southern front. I guess you got Switzerland there, but for the most part, they're completely surrounded by friendlies, and they'll bring divisions over to our fronts, but typically they don't help out much. Austria-Hungary usually is just not as helpful. That's something we've seen in past campaigns when we've had them. So some people brought that up, that there's really no point. And, you know, we have a different situation here as well, with Italy owning already a big chunk of the Balkans here, which would normally be part of Austria-Hungary, their sphere of influence, so to speak. So it does make sense probably to just go ahead and annex them. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're not going to do it by, you know, using the console or anything. We're actually going to attack them. So we'll kick the Hungarians out and then attack them, and then we could easily just, you know, form a war goal here and attack the Austrians. I don't think we get anything in our focus tree for this, but this will actually give us something to do, because we don't know what's going to happen with Poland on the Danzig for guarantees. See, I was hoping that they would refuse and that would give us a war goal, and then we wouldn't have to spend the political power. I mean, I guess you're technically using political power to get the focus, but it's cheaper. You know, 70 political power for 125. I mean, that's much cheaper. So yeah, I was hoping that it'll give us a war goal, but I don't actually know that it does give us a war goal, and we also don't know that they're going to refuse it. But if we don't get a war goal, we have to form one. That takes 125 days, or if they accept it, then that would delay the attack on Poland by the most, because I don't think you can just cancel. When you grant a guarantee through the normal way, you know, through the diplomatic action, you can't, you know, cancel that immediately. It's a certain amount of time, I want to say a year perhaps, before you can cancel it. So that might be the case when it's granted through events. I'm not entirely sure, but if it is, then that means we wouldn't be able to attack Poland anytime soon. Anyways, regardless, we can't attack them for some time, and so that gives us something to do, given we have to get the you know, the war goals on them as well. We can start that now, though. We wouldn't put our troops on the border just yet, I don't think. Well, it's 160 days. This is a little bit longer. All right, so I guess it's a good thing that we're working on it now. Yeah, we'd wait to see what happens with Poland, because, you know, here in 30-something days we might be attacking them. Now, that does mean that we might not have the troops to send over there, but probably not, because we got all these guys. I think we'll be fine. So yeah, let's go and let it play, and we'll see what happens here with this Danzig for guarantees. See if they accept it or not, and if they don't, again, I hope we get a war goal. If we do, we're just going to go ahead and attack them. Now, some people wanted me to wait until the fascist faction gets larger, so we can have the big fight against the fascists, but I don't know who all we're waiting to join this. You know, France and Britain are, you know, both communists. Portugal's not going fascist. You know, maybe Greece or Turkey joins that faction, but we don't know that they will. Turkey's not even fascist yet. It's not like they're going to add a lot to the fight anyways. Who else? I mean, Bulgaria is already fascist. They can join if they want to. The Russians, I suppose you can wait, but they're not going to join the Polish faction, I don't think. I really don't think they will. And besides, before they can do anything, they have to rebel. So that's a long time away. So, I mean, I don't know what we're waiting on. You know what I mean? Who are we waiting to join? So I know some people were like, maybe we should wait until the faction gets larger, but I'm not entirely sure what we'd be waiting on. I don't think there's going to be a huge, large fascist faction. I don't think there was ever going to be. We got that tank tech. Excellent. So we'll have to get those designed. But like I said at the beginning of the series, I was thinking that maybe there might be multiple factions. That's what I was anticipating anyways. So here's the improved automatic cannon. Man, I mean, we don't have the experience yet to design the tanks. And we only have 17 army experience. I don't think that'd be quite enough. We can take a look though. But yeah, I would want to put the automatic cannons on there just because they're cheaper. And they got a decent soft attack. I mean, we can compare it to the other gun, I suppose. But yeah, if we wanted to put that on there, we'd have to research this first. Let me just see what's all in here. Medium howitzer, medium cannon, so that's not going to really affect the light tanks at all. And here you have the improved heavy cannon. So that's important for the heavy tanks. So we got to get a lot of stuff here, basically. Okay, so yeah, that's important for light tanks. This is important for heavy tanks. We kind of wanted to design the heavy tanks first. So I suppose what we want to do is get this one here. Yeah, you definitely want to get that. But you don't have to wait for it. You can at least start, building them if we can get these designed. So let me just take a look here at just how much experience this is. We're not even going to do anything here, guys. We're not going to look at anything. I'm just going to see how much experience it would cost. You can't have two of those on there. I think we could, yeah, but this is not much. We can afford to do this now. So we'll go and get that heavy tank designed. We'll redo this since I was just kind of messing around with it there. Of course, we have to use the experience here, but I think, well, that's pretty expensive. I did forget each one of these is one experience. We might be a little bit short here, guys. But this is what we'll do. We'll get it designed as much as we can. So this heavy tank design is going to focus on attack, armor, and breakthrough. That's what we want to have as high as possible for this model. We do not care as much about production costs. We'll build an expensive tank. It's going to be expensive, I can tell you that right now. And speed, while important, it's not, we'll try and get as high as we can. Obviously it's a heavy tank, so it's going to be slower. I guess as far as how fast we want it to be, we could just try and make it, I mean, I can try, it might be a little bit difficult or a little bit costly anyway. What we could try and do is make it so the max speed is right here at the 8 kilometers. I mean, you could try and make it faster so that it fits with the later models, but that would be kind of difficult to do with how heavy this thing is going to be. It's a heavy tank, so it would be kind of difficult to have it be much faster than that. But yeah, we could shoot for 8 kilometers. We'll see if we can't make that happen. Well, I was going to do the interleaved road wheels, but now I'm wondering if that for breakthrough is worth the reliability compared to armor. Now, given you can only get armor so high, but you're getting 1.2 breakthrough for each one of these for a 1.5 drop in reliability. So I'm not entirely sure the math adds up to that. Yeah, here you're getting 4 breakthrough for 10% reliability. If you just look at the armor, to get 4, I mean, you can't get 4 exactly, but you can get 4.4, and you'd be losing 6% reliability. So it's probably better to rely on armor. That seems kind of expensive, and I mean, given production cost here is probably, not even that would not be as high as what you're paying here. So this is probably not a good deal here, guys. Yeah, I really don't think it is. Could go for a bit more reliability so we could do more with the armor. I think that'd probably be our best option, actually. You can also go for the max speed. But let's go with the torsion bar. Because, yeah, I think reliability could become an issue here with all the stuff we're going to do. We'll take a look at how it looks at the end and then kind of determine based on that. We're going with the cast armor. The defensive breakthrough is helpful, but really it's the plus 50% armor that we want here. With the engines, I think gasoline's probably for the best, guys. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. Get that speed bonus there. Then let's go ahead and get the basic heavy cannon for now. Of course, we're researching a newer one, and we'll put that on there as soon as we get it. Yeah, we'll get the basic heavy cannon on there. Then we're going to want the 3-man turret here. We want the radio, obviously, just huge bonuses. And then for the special modules, we could also do a secondary turret if we really don't care about production costs here. We could put another small cannon on there. You know, some people would say that it's not worth it, and I suppose you're losing armor as well, so that's something to consider. But yeah, some people would say that production cost isn't really worth what you're getting here. It is nice to have the increased soft attack, though, and increased hard attack. But yeah, it's slowing you down, it's reducing your armor, it's reducing your reliability, and it's a pretty heavy production cost as well. So I'm not sure if it's worth all those penalties now that I'm looking at it. Because yeah, that's a lot of penalties to consider. Let's see what other options we have here. Because, you know, there's a lot of stuff we can get that might be better. You can increase the piercing, probably not necessary though, because of the AI's terrible armor designs. Probably want to get the sloped armor for the plus 20%. That's pretty big here with how heavy this is going to be. So probably want to get the sloped armor. That makes sense since it's a modifier. It's also a modifier to production cost though. But again, this is going to be an incredibly expensive tank. We can't expect to get very many of these divisions. Probably not a whole lot. How are we looking on experience, by the way? We're already at 28, so I couldn't even save this. Where did we get so expensive? Because I haven't added these on here. But yeah, we got clearly got really expensive somewhere. Alright, so this is what we're going to be able to save for now. I guess we'll have to do the rest of this later here. So let's go and save it, and then we'll come back to it. And it's called the Tiger Tank right now, and we'll probably just leave it at that, although we're going to want to change the look there, but that's largely because it's not done yet. But yeah, we don't want to build those yet. They're not finished up. So we need more army experience. We also need more naval experience to finish those battleships. And we have another operative here. So I'm thinking she's the clear choice because she's a linguist, a master interrogator, and a seducer. And that's really what I base it off of, is the traits more than anything else. And so I think she's our best option here. Although I think what happened is, did we have a agent arrested? Because yeah, we had 3 agents already. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But this is the Polish one. So we got to rebuild up. Because yeah, we have one in France and one in Britain. So I guess she got arrested. Was it a she that we had before or a he? I think it was a she because I think we had one female. I'm guessing she got arrested and I missed it. Yeah, and then we didn't go save her. So we just left her, guys. That's messed up. We'll move the tanks once we know who we're attacking first, which again we won't know until we finish this up here. And if we're going after Poland, I'll send them over there, and we'll get them set up to blitzkrieg into Polish territory. It's going to be key for our advance there. So we did finish up the fighters. Excellent. So we want to get those building. We don't have any air experience, so we won't add anything to them or anything like that. And I think that means we're done here with the planes, right? Yeah, we do appear to be done with the planes. We're already getting this here. We could work on this one next for those light tanks, but we don't have mechanized, and that's a big problem. So we need to get those. We can still build the heavy tanks, you know, for the designs. Oh yes, that's right, we need to put the fighters in here. But we wouldn't actually be able to build the divisions without the mechanized. I mean, I suppose you could build them and then add the mechanized later, but there's not really a whole lot of advantage to doing so. Alright, so that's just the generic event with us attempting to attack Austria. We get that in December 9th. That's horrible timing, guys. We'll be attacking them in winter. But as you can see, they don't even have that many troops on their borders. Question is, will we pull in Italy? I don't know. I think it'd be better not to, probably. Yeah, you get them beat quicker, but if we pull in the Italians, then they're going to annex. They might try and annex some of the territory or subject them or something. So it's probably better to not pull in our allies and just do it on our lonesome, I think. Although the Italians are all up on the borders here. Again, it would be useful having them help defend. Are they planning on attacking Austria? Jeez, yeah, they're going to befriend Bulgaria. We actually don't want that because Bulgaria is fascist. But so we could put this into the infantry equipment for updating. And we actually need infantry equipment. So let's put 3 factories into that. Also, tungsten's getting pretty low, guys. So we can go and trade with, you know, we're trading with America right now. However, we should probably trade with Portugal because we don't require, as of right now, we don't require any convoys to trade with them. Well, we do have to have the convoys for America. It's not a big deal. And we expected that Latvia joined that faction, so that's actually good. Because, yeah, we'll be able to sweep through here, and we don't have to worry about naval invasions or anything like that. So we did the Danzig for guarantees, but we haven't actually heard from them, whether they accept or not. That'll probably be an event. And we need to get something else selected here. So we could do Safeguard the Baltic. That'll take down their communist support, and we'll put guarantees on them. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. This one here also is not really all that helpful. However, you can't move any further down this. I don't even know that we want to, though. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything outside of the annexation war goal against the Russians, which I don't think it's worth going all the way down here. Yeah, none of these are really all that helpful, so I think we're not going to get them. Yeah, I don't think that's going to help us that much. So we can move on to something else, because there's a lot of other stuff to get, frankly. Here, this will get us some naval experience, much needed naval experience. Remember, we needed like, I think 59 or something like that to get that battleship constructed fully. So yeah, we want to get some naval experience if we can. We might get that naturally, though, before we get this one here, because it is a 70-day focus. This one's helpful as well. These are going to get us those annexation war goals. But getting down here to German war economy is pretty important too. So we can take that and not have to use political power to go to war economy, though I guess that's not really an issue. We're stacked on political power, aren't we? But you still get the military factory, so there is that as well. This is helpful. That's more rubber. Yeah, I suppose that would be helpful, the synthetic rubber. Eventually we want to get that. And these ones here probably aren't going to be necessary either. And we won't do the integrate war economies, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that one. Now, we can get a lot of military factories from doing that. I think it's more beneficial overall. And plus, Romania and the Hungarians get it. So if you annex Hungary, then you get all those factories. I think we're giving that to Italy, though. But yeah, I think we're just going to do the German war economy. I think that makes the most sense for us. So we'll probably do that. And then over here, I mean, these are helpful, but not entirely necessary ones. Yeah, I think we might go ahead and get these ones here. We'll have to wait on those, and then just work on the fleet stuff. Yeah, but I thought we'd get the experience there before we're already stacked and not do that, and we might get it. But we're not that far away. So let's just go ahead and work on this one here. And you know, that infrastructure is not that helpful. Get us a little bit more resources in those states. Poland actually accepted the offer. Alright, so we got all that territory peacefully. And that means we have the guarantee on Poland. So, well, hold up. I'm not seeing any guarantee here, guys. Yeah, there is no guarantee. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, I'm not entirely. Oh, because they're in a faction. Can only guarantee non-aligned nations, and we are not a member of their faction. So because of that, we can't even guarantee them. So they gave us that territory for free. Wow. Yeah, they got ripped off really bad there. All right, so that did not work out for them at all, did it? Yeah, that was horrible for them. All right, so let's bring all these troops over here and get ready for this conflict. Because, yeah, we'll be attacking Poland, though we don't have the war goal on them. All right, so we got to get that. And it'll take a long time because of us working on this war goal here. So we could wait to finish this one and then attack Poland. I suppose that's probably the best way to do it. How much more time is there until this one's done, actually? Okay, you still got a lot of time left before it's done. So it actually is quicker, but doing this here. But then you gotta get these guys conquered anyway. So might as well just wait, guys. Yeah, we'll just wait. Let's move troops over here. We'll attack Austria first, and then Poland. So let's go and assign these factories and dockyards that we got from all the territory that we took from them. And then we'll get our troops moved around. All right, so artillery's still the shortage right now. Trucks are looking a lot better. Yeah, we're in a much better situation when it comes to trucks. We've already kind of pulled back on that. We're going to let them build up some more, though. And we need to get all these planes and tanks updated as well. Support equipment, you could probably pull back on that a little bit. Yeah, we just have so many. Artillery's probably good, too. I don't think we're going to put into any of this here, guys. And then just put into... we'll do more into light tanks just for updating, and then planes. Yeah, we want to get these planes updated. So just put all these into planes and tanks. We did get one more dockyard as well, which we can go and put into the submarines, I suppose. Alright, fantastic. So these troops move over here, but again, we're going to move some over here. So see how we want to do this. I think probably put this army here. Do we have a commander who would be really good in the mountains? I don't know if the Germans have a mountain commander. I mean, maybe. He's a winter specialist, and we will be fighting in the winter. He's also an engineer. So maybe Hell? Is that how you pronounce his name in German? Hill, maybe? Maybe put him in charge. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, and we're going to bring the tanks down there as well, so obviously we'll have that army down there too to help them. And this is not going to be a large enough army, so we'll need to add some troops to them. Oh, we didn't want to do it that way. We just want our border with them covered. So yeah, we need to give them more troops, clearly, because this will not be enough. So we'll wait until they get over there. We'll leave this border here for now, although I don't really want them going over there. We could always redraw it. It's fine. And then what we'd want to do is probably stretch out these fronts here just temporarily, so they cover this territory, so that we don't, if we get like a surprise attack by Poland, that we're not leaving provinces completely undefended. And then we'll take a look at the situation once I get moving over there. Alright, so Poland returned Danzig and got nothing for it. That was kind of silly. It really should have checked if you could actually have a guarantee. That would have made sense, but it didn't check that, so is what it is. Let's go and get the tanks moving down here as well. As far as where we're going to want to put them, probably don't want to fight in these mountains areas here. Probably just want to go after the capital, and the best way to do it is going to be right here. But that's a lot of troops over there, so what we'll probably do is have half of them go here and then half of them over here, is what I'm thinking. I think that's the best way to do that. So let's go ahead and do that now. We want the whole army over there, actually. And then give them an offensive line, and then take a few of them. Probably not quite half, or, it's an odd number anyway. And then put them over here to attack these hills. These are hills. You have the plains right here. You can go this way. Yeah, I suppose we'll go this way. We'll just attack right here. So let's take the... it's actually going to be 5. We'll just do 5 divisions over here. And they're going to be trying to... I guess this is across a river, so there is that problem. No matter what, though, I think you're going to have to attack across a river unless you went... You know what? It's probably better to get the train penalties in the hills than it is to get the river penalty, because that can be kind of hefty. What we can do is just cover both of those areas here, though not this one. Oh, well, I guess it's all the same province, so it doesn't matter. And then give them a planning bonus. All right, excellent. So Guderian is going to start moving down there now. We'll see how we look when it comes to supply. We might want to make sure these guys are using a little bit of motorized at least. We can always increase that if it's not enough. And we have more military factories. All right, we just got all those assigned. I'm surprised. All right, well, what we'll do is just go and put them into the planes, I think. Because, yeah, we got a lot of planes to update, obviously. You can do more infantry equipment, too, I suppose. But I feel like 8 factories is probably good there. And that's not really where our bottleneck is with equipment. So, yeah, we'll just put them into the planes, guys. I feel like we're always needing more planes. Never can have enough. And then we have 2 dockyards as well to put into submarines, I think. Yeah, put those into submarines. That does mean we are short on rubber now, so we'll have to trade. Oh, they don't have enough. All right, so we'll have to trade with somebody else. Could trade with the Malay People's Republic. Yeah, they shouldn't be an enemy because they're in the Allies. And again, once the British leave the Allies, we're hopefully going to avoid any conflict with them. So let me just take a look at how many troops we can pull back. Are we still waiting for them to get up on the borders? Looks like it. The Green Army's all up on their borders, and it looks like we have a couple extra divisions. Since we're not attacking Poland, we can go ahead and pull any extra ones. I'm not attacking them yet, I mean. To get these numbers stepped up, and I need to see how many extras on the blue troops we'll have here. It doesn't seem like there's going to be many. So we'll pull them from the Green Army that's training currently. We got a couple mountain troops over there as well. Alright, so where's this guy going? Okay, so you have one extra one here. And it looks like that's going to result in After you take this guy out, 1 division in every province, which is what we want here. Alright, so we got the tactical bombers. So we're pretty much done with planes for now. Well, we do have naval bombers. We're supposed to be getting that research bonus, aren't we? Should have got that next. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait to get them. That's fine. But there's only 2 more naval bombers left to get, so I just have to have those old ones then. We never got the radar here, so we should probably do that. Yeah, that would be wise to go ahead and grab that. Or maybe I was waiting to finish this up. We do finish it up in 13 days, so why not just wait and then put this into something else? You know, obviously we're looking at the text for the tank. So right here is what we're talking about here. There's also passive bonuses here to get too. You know, I think we're going to get those actually. Yeah, that makes sense. So get that one just because it's quicker. So more likely to have it in time for the conflict, because this is probably not going to be a difficult conflict. December is when it happens, so 118 days. That's probably not quite enough. Yeah, it's going to be somewhere around there. We'll get it while we're at war with them. Given it's going to be a quicker conflict, though, so... Or it should be, anyways. We're not going to pull in our allies. But yeah, I don't expect it's going to be too difficult to get them defeated. We do have some civilian factories freed up. Alright, excellent. Probably just going to be more military factories, unless there's some supply issues here, which I'm not seeing any problems, guys, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, no problems there. We could continue with the radar coverage. Just see where we don't have coverage right now. We still need to build something here. What I'm thinking is, I mean, if we're over here going to conquer Austria, we'll keep that. I think we might end up freeing some of this territory here. When I say freedom, I mean make them a puppet, not actually free them, but, you know, give them some autonomy here. So maybe build it down here, because remember, once you give them autonomy, they you can't build radar there unless they have the tech, which many times they don't. So yeah, that'll get us fully covered on the Polish border, and also would cover most of Austria as well. And I guess just military factories after this. Just more military factories, and getting in those 80%, and then the 60%. I mean, I'll just build it all throughout here. Alright, that looks pretty solid. That'll keep them busy for a while. Now we have so many civilian factories, I guess it wouldn't keep them busy for that long. We did not update the tactical bombers, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. And then I suppose since we know we're attacking them next, we want to go ahead and get the planes moved, because I had them all set up for an invasion of Poland. I say we don't need a lot of planes, and I'm sending like hundreds and hundreds of planes over there. So we need to get more close air support over there. We also have these tactical bombers. They can in fact bomb from here just fine. But we're going to move them over here, just so we have all the tactical bombers in the same locations. And we need some more close air support, I noticed. We've got those ones training over here, and we'll let them finish it up, because they're pretty close to being done here. And we're not even ready to fight Austria yet. But yeah, we'll have the tanks push towards Vienna, then go all the way down here, get Graz, and Japan can be invited into the faction. Are they at war with anybody? They are not. The problem with inviting them to the faction is that would pull Russia in, and we don't want to do that yet. So we'll have to wait to pull Japan in. I mean, I can always kick them once they become free. I think it's better to just wait, guys. Yeah, I think that's best to wait, but I'm okay with Japan coming into the faction. Eventually. But yeah, we don't want to do it yet. And I suppose there's the risk they could attack America too, but I don't think unaligned Japan attacks America. But I could be wrong, because it's been a while since I played as Japan, so could be misremembering their focus tree. So let me just take a look at the equipment. Let's go and get some more troops trained up. I know we're starting to run a little bit low on manpower, but it's not too bad. So we'll just get like, yeah, because we're running a little low on artillery here. I don't want to get too many light tanks, because remember we only have so much manpower, and we need the heavy tanks. But we do have light tanks built, so might as well train a little bit more, I suppose. And I guess we can get a few more of these infantry here, and then we'll take a look at what equipment we're lacking. It's really just the artillery, so we'll just pump more into artillery, and then more planes as well. Just kind of step this up for all of these. and we're always going to need more planes. All right, so rubber is going to continue being an issue, but we've already decided we'll be trading for this. Though we could, I mean, because we're going to lose that oil eventually. I mean, we could build a couple more refineries. I'm just hesitant to build too many of these, just because we don't need the oil right now, and they don't provide a ton of rubber, not yet, anyways. Of course, we build them up, and they'll eventually produce quite a bit of rubber for us. Remember, we get this in December here, guys, so that's what we're trying to get to. We can attack them. We do have additional troops as well, so let's go and send all the ones that are done training over to this Purple Army. Oh, damn it. Alright, that'd probably be quicker to go like this, and then just take these two out here. And that's not too many, is it? Nope, just enough. We're still short one more division, but yeah, it looks pretty solid here. And we're attacking the winter, so that's why I figured we'd bring him over here. And the Union of Britain banished the royal family, so they're going down that route of their focus tree. That was the fate of the royal family here. And so next they would be able to, I mean, I don't know if they've done this one yet. But then it's the for the good of the revolution, and then hopefully they go ahead and take this one. I mean, I can't take this one, but hopefully they take that next. Hopefully they're continuing down here, and that'll pull them out of the Allies as we want it to. So it's starting to move along, guys. Took a little while to get started in this campaign, given we had a lot of fighting so far. Just no big wars. A lot of volunteers and stuff. We just got stacks of political power, so we can easily change up stuff as we want. And we got the research finished for the anti-tanks. So let's go after... Oh, we have the army experience for those tanks. I mean, I don't know how much it costs, but we have more army experience. So we'll go ahead and take a look real quick. All right, so this means we need to change up quite a few things once we get this here. I don't think there's anything we need to change here. But I wish we hadn't put the heavy cannon on there, because now we gotta use experience putting the new one on there. But yeah, the anti-air is gonna result in us needing to change up the ships, and then this will be changing up the tanks. So yeah, we'll have to change a bunch of stuff once we get this. But let's go and start working on it, and let's go and update the anti-tanks. And then we're going to attempt to see if we can't finish this tank design here that we're working on, the Tigers. Alright, so we want to change up the heavy armament to the improved heavy cannon. You're going to see some jumps there, pretty heavy jumps there. With piercing and hard attack, and a small increase with soft attack, and there's that penalty to speed, of course. And then we've already got, we didn't get the radio, we didn't have the experience to get that, so we got to put that on there. And then we were trying to put the sloped armor on there. And then armor skirts. That's 0.5 for the breakthrough in the armor. I feel like that's worth it. Worth the investment cost-wise. Yeah, I think so. So we could go ahead and put that on there. The armor skirts. For increased breakthrough in armor. A little bit of production cost. It's not too bad. As for the last special module, I do want more soft attack, which is why I was looking at that cannon in the first place, because it gave the 0.5 soft attacks. That's always nice to have. Again, though, I'm just not sure if it's worth the cost and production and reliability. So that's why we're looking at other options here. Reliability is going to get much lower. We should probably wait to put anything on there until after we've done this, so we can see how we look on reliability, because it could get pretty low. So let's go ahead and we should probably do armor first. So the point here is to create an absolute beast. So we're probably going to want to get armor like as high as we possibly can. However, the speed is a problem now, so we need to, because it can't go below 4 kilometers, so we need to give a little bit into engine there. And then we're going to run out of experience. Now total, actually 14 is the highest we can get it. But yeah, we're already out of experience. And the engine needs to be pumped into a bit more to get the max speed up, and then we still got to make the adjustment here. So frankly, we're not done yet. I wasn't sure if 35 would be enough. I was thinking no, and it wasn't. Again, this is where the expensive cost is for experience, is to get the tank designed, but getting the division design done is going to be very cheap. Shouldn't be too bad at all. Outside of the support companies, support battalions, I got all kinds of cars going around outside. I don't know if you guys hear that, but yeah, it's going to be the support companies that have a cost to them. But yeah, we won't pull Japan in until after the Russians free themselves, which I assume they're going to do, but we don't really know. Alright, so a couple things happened here. There's a Hungarian bomber competition. I don't really want to help them at all, because we're going to fight them, but I do want the air experience. And who cares if we give them some extra, or if we give them a licensed production for our close air support. Yeah, I don't really care. Let them build it. We'll take it from them when the war's over. So yeah, we are going to do this, guys, to get the air experience. And then we have finished up our focus as well. So go with the German war economy next. Go and switch over to war economy. So that's one option. The other option was to get the naval bomber air effort here so we can build those. I do want to switch over to war economy. I'm worried about the penalties though. If we go early, you know, you get those. It's like a decision thing that comes up. You start getting penalties when you're not at war. I don't know if it applies to not aligned. I don't know if it applies to fascists or communists either. I think it doesn't. But democracies it certainly does, and I kind of feel like not aligned it might too. I could be wrong though. But yeah, let's just wait to switch over to war economy until we're in a larger conflict. The Austrian one's going to be super quick, guys. So we'll just wait, and we'll go ahead and get the naval air effort so we can get those researched. And with the experience we just got, we probably should get the last Spirit of Air Force, but we do have the ability to get a doctrine as well. Let's go and finish this up, guys, just so we have these all done. And we're not even done here yet. We're trying to get those tanks designed. But let's go and get this one, just so I get all the spirits done. As far as what we're going for, probably not that one. Yeah, not that one either. Not liking any of these so far. Fighter detection would be nice. Air mission efficiency is nice. So I'm liking this one the most so far. That would be helpful, I suppose. That's air support mission efficiency plus 25%. But it's only for air support. So I'm thinking we're going to do centralized control. I think that's the one that's best for us, guys. So we're going to get that. And then after this, air experience can be used for getting through the doctrines. I suppose you can also use them for plane designs, but we should probably start working on the doctrines. We haven't done so yet. And region-wide industrial integration, that one's helpful. I suppose we could do it, but let's just keep the political power for now. So we can, whenever we need it, we can use it. If it gets stacked up higher, we'll start doing stuff like that. I mean, it's just extra building capacity in locations, so eventually that might be helpful, but that's not a huge problem right now, guys. Not a huge problem at all. Do we have? We do. All right, so let's go ahead and take this tank unit, and we'll bring them over here. All right, so we don't have a ton of time left in the episode. I really want to get this war done, though. The invasion of Austria here, so yeah, I feel like we got to get to December to declare war, and then, I expect the war will be pretty easy once we get all of our guys there. So we're going to bring these guys over here. So at least it's basically 400 of each, fighters and close air support for each of these regions here, given it's in the same region, you know what I mean, but each of these air bases. We got the submarines. Excellent. We'll go ahead and do the snorkels, but we're going to go ahead and stop designing these now. Just build one more. And we actually just finished one. I suppose we're going to cancel that. It's fine. We'll design them here in a minute. Submarines are very easy to design, very quick. Not much to them. Though I guess the question will be, will we want to wait for snorkels? Probably not. We'll just build one of them and design it. And looks like we are now, we've chosen a side. Italy did that for us. They have invaded the Greeks, and they can't even fully defend their border with Italy right now. Because it looks like they're attempting to advance here. I think they took at least a province there. So that side has been chosen. It's the Greeks. We will not be helping in that conflict, though, obviously. And it looks like the Italians are pulling their troops off and going over there now. So we can now pull Turkey into the faction, but we can't do that because they're still set to go fascist, guys. And so we'll have to fight them once they go fascist. We could pull them in the faction temporarily, but I just don't think that's the way to go. And besides, then they can use our territory to attack from, or use Italian territory, I should say. When do we get this here? It was in December. It's December 9th, my daughter's birthday. We have finished up the construction of that submarine, so let's go ahead and get the new submarine hulls out there. They're obviously much better. You get the level 3 torpedoes on there. We're going to put radars for right now, just so we have something on there, but we're probably going to change that up and put snorkels on there once we get them. But for right now, we'll put radar on there, just so we have something. Though I don't like that I'm using this for the submarines, all of our experience. I didn't think about that fact, because we've been waiting for the battleships for some time now. We should probably finish the battleships and then see how much experience we got. Because this is 59, we already know, so we should do this first. We've been waiting for some time, and I just didn't notice that we had enough here. So a lot of ship designing here that we're going to have to do. But we already know what we're getting. We already did this design last episode. I wasn't paying attention to our experience situation. So we already know everything that we're getting here. Oops, that's not right. We're doing anti-air. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like. You know, light attack is decent. Heavy attack's kind of low. But again, it's not really their focus here. Very good anti-air for the battleships here. So yeah, this is a decent design. And it's 59 experience. And we have a name suggestion. I only got one name suggestion that I saw, which was Restoration. I think he said spelling it in the German fashion. But I don't remember what the spelling was, and I'd probably just pronounce it Restoration anyway, which would have been probably wrong in German. So yeah, Restoration, because, you know, we're restoring the monarchy, restoring the Kaiser to power, so that's where you got that name from, and yeah, it works for me. So let's go ahead and we also have the Imperial battleship's name down here as well. That looks like they're pretty similar nameless. But yeah, we'll do the historical battleships. Go ahead and save that, and then we're going to want to start building those immediately. And we'll see if we have the experience to also get some submarines out there. But yeah, let's go ahead and we'll just build one. We should pretty much always do that with the battleships, since they take so long. You typically have something to add to them by the time they're done. And then we want to do the submarines. We'll see. We'll see if we got the experience to do it. We still have 14, so we can at least make some adjustments. Oops. And what we'll do, because it looks like we're not going to have quite enough, we could just build it where we don't have this here. Well, that's still, damn, we're like just short. Yeah, we're a little bit short here. All right, well, we can go ahead and save this for now. And then as far as name goes, it's just going to be attack subs. I suppose we can call them attack U-boats. Or U-bores. And then these are 3-A. Alright, excellent. So these will be our attack U-boats. Let's go and save that. And we don't want to build them, that's right. Because we haven't fully designed them yet. So let's just wait until we get the experience to finish them up, which I'm not entirely sure how much. Said we needed 18, and then if you wanted to get that last thing on there, which would be the snorkels, I mean, shoot, even the radar is going to be outdated soon. So we'll just wait, and we'll just put these into convoys for now. Or, looks like we don't have the full ones going into the cruisers, so we'll fix that. And, you know, let's just build one more of those, because I think we have some stuff to change there. Alright, so just trying to get the 9th here. I have all these ship designs and stuff we're doing. And you know what? We also are trying to get these tanks designed so we can get those out there, and these aren't fully designed either. So let's go ahead and work on them. Get the max speed up here as high as we can. We might just have to like go all the way up to 14. Yeah. And we could go one less. Now you're at 7.8. So yeah, you got to get fully into it because of how much armor is on this thing. The production cost is insane, absolutely insane. Reliability is just total garbage. I'm glad we put that on there because we're going to need to increase that. We're going to see a lot of, breaking of equipment. So, we have another option on here for increasing reliability with the wet ammunition storage. And I think that's what we're going to do. I was going to get the stabilizer for the breakthrough if we were able to, but I feel like reliability is just a little too low here for my liking. No additional machine guns, so soft attack is also not quite as high as we might want to normally get it here. Now, we don't have to put the armor that high. It doesn't have to be that ridiculous, but it does give us the breakthrough, and there's not a ton of ways to get breakthrough, especially for such a low cost. I'm just wondering if it wouldn't be worth... Yeah, here's 2 production costs for 5 breakthrough. So I'm just wanting to compare costs here. Now here you're getting 0.2 for 1. So yeah, you just can't you can't get the breakthrough. Now, given you're also losing speed and reliability, but you're getting armor in exchange. I mean, that armor is stupidly high, obviously. But yeah, I just feel like the better option is to go with that to get breakthrough over the stabilizer, and then to get the wet ammunition storage to make up for all the reliability loss. And this isn't bad. I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's good enough reliability for me. So I think this is it. This is our design here. Speed 8.2, so just as fast as the mechanized. A little bit faster, actually. Reliability, it's okay. A little low. Yeah, I mean, we're going to lose some equipment out there, guys. It's going to happen. I'd like it to be a little bit higher, but that'll work, guys. Soft attack and hard attack, overall, those aren't as high as we could have got them if we had done a different design here. Piercing's good. Obviously, the hardness is quite high. The armor's ridiculous. Breakthrough's very high. Don't have high defense, but not really needed either. So this is good, guys. So with the icon and the models and stuff, we're gonna try and make it look as close as I can make it look to this blueprint design here. Now we could like try and pick exactly, you know, something. We could have made the whole thing look exactly like the Tiger tank if we wanted to do some type of historical thing. This best match system is garbage, absolute garbage in this game. They really need to improve that. But yeah, we're trying to make it look like this blueprint here. So let's go and save that, and we finished them, so we can go and get them building now. We're finally, good God, 1940 at the very end, we're finally building heavy tanks. So we're going to want to put a bunch of factories into those. In fact, we might actually want to go and pull back on the plane production just a little bit. Yeah, probably. I mean, we could just build the factories too and then have them go into that. We don't have the ability to get the units just yet, so yeah, I suppose it's probably fine. What we could do, we need a lot of support equipment. We can go ahead and tick this down some. Not put as much into it. In fact, even go down to 10 factories here, so we get at least some of these building. Also, we can pull back on trucks some as well. I feel like that's a lot of trucks. And then there you've got all 10 factories going into those. But obviously, we're going to need a lot more than that because we're building 2.20 per month. Now, that's without any efficiency. But it's not going to get really, really high simply because that production cost is insane, guys. And also, another thing we didn't even talk about when we were looking at that, I didn't mention it, is the resource costs that we're currently paying here. We're paying a lot more because of, you know, all the armor and stuff we have on there. And so, therefore, it's going to cost us when it comes to tungsten and chromium, both things that we're short on right now. So we're going to need to trade with the Portuguese for the tungsten, and we'll trade with, I'm not entirely sure who, because these are all potentially enemies here, or they will be enemies in the future. So maybe trade with, I mean, I guess you can trade with the Italians and help them out. So that looks pretty solid. We're getting a lot of civilian factories for that, but we got a lot of civilian factories, so it's not really a problem, guys. 2 more days, and we'll be able to declare war on Austria, and we're going to do so immediately. I'm not going to wait till the end of winter. You know, we brought the winter guy over here for a reason. So, of course, we don't have a template yet for that, but that's okay. So we're not going to call the allies in, or call our allies in. We're just going to declare war here and get this fight started. Alright, so let me just see how we want to attack here. We could just avoid attacking in the mountains, period. Or at least waiting until they're cut off. That's really difficult to click. Yeah, any mountain provinces, we're probably just going to leave them alone for now. But yeah, we want to push forward here. And, well, one guy there, one guy here. So we'll push forward into these 2 locations, hills and forest, obviously not the best place for tanks. And we're getting all the penalties from winter. So that's another problem here. Let's go and have these guys attack here. Actually, let's change this up a little bit since we have them to go that way. And then we'll have these guys support here on this attack. There's no reason we can't advance here, though. And this is wide open. They're not even defending it. Okay, so we'll go take that real quick. Yeah, there's a lot of undefended territory. They don't have enough divisions. Okay, so this is going to be even easier than I had anticipated because they don't have the troop numbers to stop us here. In fact, we're going to take this guy, have him go this way. Just send all these into here. They can go this way, and they can go this way. Alright, so that's going to be our attack here, guys. And then we'll just, like, let's turn this down just a little bit, and then just support on these attacks. And yeah, again, just gonna be super easy attack here. Barely an inconvenience. Alright, so we'll get across the river, go after Vienna. A little bit more difficulty there, so we'll probably actually get behind them and cut them off. And then, of course, you know, again, it's the winter into mountains and horrible terrain and stuff. They want to send us volunteers. Let's decline that, but it did remind me something that is imperative. We didn't even put the planes in the sky, so that was a little ridiculous. These guys could be helping us out here. So yeah, let's go and get... They'll do close air support. I don't think we need them doing anything else, guys. But yeah, we should have planes in the sky here. I didn't even put any out there. So that's obviously going to improve these numbers here significantly. That just shows how easy this is that we're able to do that. Do as well there without really even trying. Alright, so we're going to send all these tanks across here. Let's just go back this way. Again, we can do this in the winter and, you know, obviously take higher casualties and stuff than we would if we were doing it in a better time period, but I just don't think it was necessary to wait at all. Alright, let's go and attack this way, because it's a nice easy conflict here. Let's attack... I'm not entirely sure why all these guys are not moving over this way. But yeah, we want to bring those over there. We'll have this guy go over there as well, and then these three can attack this way. Alright, so again, these ones are taking a little bit longer in the snowy forest there. We'll go this way. Oops. Go after that victory point. Now these guys grab this territory here, and clearly the tanks need to go over there too, because this guy's taking forever to get over there. And then we can go ahead and destroy these units here. Send in a tank to help them. And once we get these guys cut off here, we'll attack this way. And let's go ahead and take that province. Push forward here. So we'll get these guys cut off here soon. Go ahead and attack right there as well. Just go and push on to these, you know, these are mountains obviously, and tanks suck in mountains, but, you know, yeah, this is not a difficult fight. Grab that real quick. So we're just trying to avoid fighting in the mountains as much as possible. We did not take a look at the casualties yet, so let's get this paused before the war is actually over here. So we just want to see the losses here before the peace treaty fires. So they've taken 45,000 casualties, over 45,000. We took 701. That was the cost of the war in winter. Not bad. Pretty much just marching in there. Not too bad at all. Look at that kill-death ratio. That's insane. So yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's over 45, obviously, for kill-death ratio. So very good conflict. That went smooth, easy, quick. Exactly as we wanted it to go. So now we're just waiting for the peace treaty to fire, which they capitulated. This should have been instant. I shouldn't have been able to check the casualties there. I'm not entirely sure why it hasn't fired yet. We're obviously going to have to move all these troops out of here, though. Yeah, we're going to do Poland next. There we go. Jeez. Not sure why that took so long to fire. And normally, as soon as the country capitulates, you get the peace treaty. Alright, so yeah, we're just going to annex this, guys, because it's Austria. Now, I know I said we're going to do less annexation in this campaign and more puppeting, but not with Austria, because that's part of Germany, honestly. So we're going to annex them. But we will be giving up, after the war with Poland, we will probably give up this territory here, I'm thinking. Also, we need to kick the Hungarians out of the faction, and then we will invade them as well. And this will likely go... We might take some of it. I'm not sure what the breakdown should be. Let me know what you guys are thinking here for the annexation of the Hungarians. Obviously, some of this should go, right? I'm not entirely sure how to do it to make the map look good, though. I guess you can give Romania their territory back. So yeah, you could give like this Transylvanian territory to Romania again. Maybe that's a better way to do it. And then what to do with the Hungarian territory? Should we just puppet them and they'll just be this little, just a little Hungary? Should we let them keep all this territory and just puppet them like this? That'd be an option. Could split it up with Italy, and then how to split it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see happen to the Hungarians, because we will not Well, I mean, we could just keep them in the faction like this. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could, if that's what you guys would prefer, but I think I saw more comments about annexation, so how would you want to annex it, if that's what we're going to do? Or if you just feel like we should leave them as a puppet, then feel free to express that in the comments as well. Let's go and get something selected here. I was saying we'd get it by the end of the war, and we didn't. We got it right at the end of the war. We have all these wars here going, so let's get the passive bonuses. Those soft attack ones are nice to have, so we're going to grab those guys since we are doing warfare now, at least a little bit of warfare. Let me just see if they're still subject. That'll probably take a while. And of course, these guys are still in the allies as well. Can we see their focuses? We can. For Good of the Revolution has not been gotten yet, but we can't see what they're currently working on, so that could be the one they're doing now. So they might only be like 100 days or so away from leaving the faction. We'll see, guys. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, we've conquered Austria, little tiny conflict, and you know, we can do Poland next. That's what I think we're going to do. So let's go ahead and justify a war goal against them now. They gave us that territory for nothing. And now it's going to be 125 days. We're going to get that completed on the 20th of April, 1941. So, you know, winter will be over, or at least close to over. Should be pretty close to over by that point. Depends on where you live. Here in Colorado, it still snows well into May a lot of times. But yeah, winter should be over here at this point, and we'll be invading into the spring, in the spring of 1941 into Poland. And we'll get all the troops moved over from Austria back over to the Polish border. And that's will be the next invasion. So we'll invade Poland, Latvia, and Estonia, while I assume Italy will be doing the invasion of Spain. And we'll help out with that once they're done. The Dutch are much closer to being fascist, or 51% still rated as being democratic, but likely going to go fascist soon. See what happens with them. I can see them maybe joining the faction, but other than that, there's no one else but Bulgaria. And they're friendly with the Italians. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with Bulgaria there. But yeah, that's going to be the main conflict, pushing into Poland and all the way up to Estonia here. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.